So I've been walking around for about a month and a half now with a notebook in my hand and telling folks I was working on the greatest love story ever written. I have it all right up here. All I have to do now is just write it down. Simple, right? But honestly, I've just been having one problem after another with the song. So finally last night I couldn't take it anymore, so I go to hell with this. Tear my notes in half, flush them down the toilet. Naturally, the damn thing clogged the toilet, and I had to reach in and pull out a soggy mess of crappy lyrics. But I had the last laugh. I grabbed a gallon of gas and went down to the forest preserve and burned the whole damn thing, watching the greatest love story ever written go up in flames. Man, I tell you, it was the best I felt in months. Oh, looks like boss said he wants me to play some music. Better get on something here. Becky was her name. She would come over when she was feeling down. I'd sing her the blues, tell her a few stories, get her to laugh, make her smile. That felt good. That felt real good. So I'd sing her the blues, and she'd tell me about her kids. And then she started talking about her dream. Yeah, her dream was to move to Chicago, the Windy City, and be a reporter for WGN. Get a place looking down on Lakeshore Drive. And it was all planned out. And it all seemed so real when she'd tell it. And you really wanted to believe in it and say, go for it. But things don't happen that way. I mean, I've seen too many people destroyed to believe in dreams. You work for everything, and everything's 5 times harder because you want it. That's the way it is. It's the way it's always been. Of course, Becky would say that's because it's your fate to be a bluesman. Now, how do you argue with logic like that? Fate, dreams. She's a smart girl too, but she really believes in that nonsense, man. I'll tell you this, give me $1 million, I'll throw my harp under a bus. I'll never play the blues again. Ain't my fate. My life ain't no fucking love song to the blues. But I pray for you, girl, like I never prayed before. This time I know it's real. You really are my Becky on the road. So anyway, Becky had 2 kids. Samantha, who's a living doll, and Patrick. He's the funniest little man you ever saw. She'd married her high school sweetheart, but they were already divorced. She was living with Jim when I met her. Yeah. Divorce was really messy. He had his career and the money and the kids, except on weekends. Becky lived for her kids. It really hurt being away from them. I only met the ex once at a Christmas party. I asked him, how's he find time to take care of the kids? He goes, yeah, that's why I hired a maid. damn near knocked his teeth out. Seriously. But Becky comes over and she says, "Catfish, you're not helping." And she was right, of course, but what was I supposed to do? Well, I pray for you, girl, like I never prayed before. This time I know it's real. You really are my Becky on the road. Yeah, Jim nearly decked me for that one. Took balls too. Most folks got more sense than to mess with the cat. I always remember the night on the beach, cupping her breasts in my hand, feeling the tremble as I rolled on top of her. I put my finger to her lips. I said, "Becky, I'd never do anything to hurt you, but I'll pray for you, girl, like I never prayed before. This time I know it's real. You really are my Becky on the road." I had an accident a while ago. It was a skiing accident, sort of. Now, I don't really want to get into it. I was laid up in the hospital for 3 weeks. By the time I got out with the bills and everything, it'd taken everything. So you start over. This is America. You can always start over. You haven't fucked that over yet. Yeah, you work twice as hard, twice as long. Eventually you get back to where you were. Time, effort, heart, soul. That's what it takes. People do it every day. But I'm asking around, and I learned that Becky's lost visitation rights to her kids. So she's gone. Nobody seems to know where. Jim's got a new job in St. Louis, so he's gone downriver. And I'm walking around St. Paul, feeling like a ghost or something. So what do? I pick up and go to Chicago. Why? Because I'm a jackass, that's why. But I'll pray for you, girl, like I never prayed before. This time I know it's real. You really are my Becky on the road. Yeah, Becky's here in Chicago somewhere. I'll never see her again. I know that. But she's here somewhere. Jim and Becky were living together when I first met her. Jim was my best friend. We go way back. And I kind of got in the middle of all that. It just makes me feel sort of sick about it. I mean, I'd never do anything to hurt Jim. Or Becky. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and it feels like you've been wrong about everything? There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Becky here in Chicago chasing her dream. I'm just hoping she can get by without all the things that can happen. And I'm wandering around with a lot of free time and a notebook in my hand, writing down the greatest love story ever written. When finally it dawns on me, Catfish, you're a bluesman. What the hell do you know about love? I pray for you, girl, like I never prayed before. 'Cause this time I know it's real. You really are my Becky on the road, my Becky, my Becky. My Becky on the road, oh, my Becky, my Becky, my Becky. My Becky.